What is up, boys? OG Pure here with the 20k Q&A special. But first off, we gotta get this room tour setup tour out of the way. Here's my desktop, obviously. Enjoy the trippy mirror effect from the capture software in the camera. Without further ado though, let's jump right into it. We got the Blue Yeti mic, the Corsair keyboard, the Razer mouse, Xbox Series X, the mix amp, the Xbox One Kinect TV. Pulling out, you can see my lighting setup that I use for streaming. Here we go, I got the gamer chair. Top of the line, boys, you can already see. Got a nice imprint for my big old dumpy, you feel me? Got a big old imprint for my big old dump truck, you feel me? And then you can see my light up here that I use when I'm streaming, as well as my big old nerd shelf full of too much shit that I need to get rid of. As you can see, got tons of figures, Funko Pops, random little collectibles, and just other random bullshit that I don't need. You got the Lego Ewok Village down there. Probably built that when I was like 14, and it's just full of dust at this point. As you can see, you got stuff of all different shapes and sizes, from Marvel to DC to Star Wars to fucking dinosaurs. Let's shift around to what's behind me while I'm streaming. There's the poster on my bathroom door that you guys have probably seen, but now you see the shelf near it, which is full of the Legos that I have built, as well as a bunch of Funko Pops. Below you can see some comic books, got tons of comic books. The Spider-Man ones over there are actually graded. Yes, that is right. I am that much of a fucking nerd that I get my comic books professionally graded. That Daredevil one down there is actually signed by the guy who plays Daredevil in the Netflix series, Charlie Cox. Cox. Then we got some amiibos when I collected amiibos. As you can see, we got the Shimada Brothers Funko Pop down there, as well as a wall of all my other Funkos and some assorted Star Wars figures. Then we got my South Park clock up there. Gotta love me some South Park, you know, Cartman. Big old wall of Funkos once again, everything from Star Wars to Marvel to DC. Honestly, haven't spent money on Funkos in a very long time, but they're good for decoration because I have them instead of having them sit in storage for a long time. Why not put them up on my wall and make the wall look cool? Yeah, I honestly don't collect them anymore. You'll know that those are all old ones. Here is me in the mirror. Further down you can see how far the shelf goes, full of random bullshit. Then you can see my bag for school. There's my bookshelf over there with some more random figures, books, my hamper for my laundry. Here is the painting you guys usually see behind me while I'm streaming, which is Ghost Rider. And fun fact that you may not be able to see while I'm streaming, the big black scar on my wall is actually chalk. That is right, that is a chalkboard that I can draw on. So if I wanted to, I could become a titty streamer, and whenever you donate, I can write your name on the wall. Yeah, just bend over and put your name on there. That'll give us some big ol' views, wouldn't it, boys? And yeah, that is honestly it, boys. Not much more to it. As we circle back around, you'll see that's the full 360. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys like my room. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to lose a lot of respect for me after this, and some of you might gain some respect. But I think a lot of you guys are going to walk away from the video realizing I'm a bigger loser than you possibly thought. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm going to jump into the Q&A section now. Please leave a like and a comment so far if you've enjoyed. It would be greatly appreciated. Especially because this is my first time doing a non-gaming video, let alone a vlog type video. So likes, comments, and all that shares would be really, really appreciated. Thank you. What is up, boys? OG Beer here. First off, obvious. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I seriously cannot say it enough. 20,000, 20k. That is insane to me, the fact that we hit that number. I cannot thank you guys enough. Seriously, it genuinely means the world to me. I could not do it without you guys, and that is not a corny line. That is the honest to God truth. I literally could not do it without you guys. You guys make this happen by being the viewers and supporting me, so thank you guys so much. Pat yourselves on the back, give yourself a round of applause. Seriously, thank you guys for making this happen. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and I cannot wait to see where 21 takes us. Without further ado, let's jump right into the questions. Do your headphones come with the Alright, fuck you. Get this one out of the way. What is the reason you started playing Overwatch in the first place? So I have a younger brother, and he usually plays games like 2K, but one day he randomly introduced me to Overwatch and was like, hey, you gotta check this out. And I was like, okay. If my younger brother, who usually is a sport fan, is playing a shooting game with weird cartoon characters, it's gotta be pretty good. Played it, instantly was addicted to it, bought myself a copy that night, and I've been stuck with the game ever since, and I cannot get out. Please help me. Please. How many hentai body pillows do you own? Not enough. Not enough. An actual question now, why'd you start streaming? Well, I love making videos, I love making content, and the best part of that is seeing your guys' comments and seeing your reactions to it and getting all the input and feedback and positivity from you guys. So being able to do it in the moment live while streaming, you know, getting your comments in the moment, not after I post a video and looking at it hours later, was so cool to me. So the idea of interacting with you guys in the moment was just awesome, and I want to try it, and I love it, and I'm glad I did because it's a lot of fun. Here's my real question. Did you always have a main before Hanzo, or was it always Hanzo? It was basically always Hanzo. I came from Call of Duty where I was a quickscoper, and when I came to Overwatch I wanted to be a sniper. Tried out Widowmaker. To me, she felt like a Battlefield sniper. You know, she just kind of stands in the back of the map, gets headshots, blah, blah, blah. Kind of boring to me. Hanzo, I figured, you know, it's a lot more fun. You can get in their face, you can, you know, pull off 180s, do all this crazy stuff. More fun to me. And when I learned that people don't like when you play Hanzo, I decided, hey, he's my main. Do toxic players make you hard? Absolutely rock solid. Serious, what are your plans for the channel's future? Long term, diversify my content, spread out my content, try out different games, try out different formats, etc. Short term, I got no fucking clue. And that's just the honest truth. As you guys know, if you follow me at all, I am a full-time college student. I'm doing all of this in my bedroom while going to college. I have not thought about it because I have to spend a lot of time on schoolwork. So with my limited free time, I prefer sticking to what I know and what I like and what you guys like instead of trying to switch it up. So because of how busy I get with school, it's just really hard and really scary in all honesty for me to want to try and branch out my content, try different games and different video styles. Because if a video flops when I try a different game, then it's really discouraging, and also I can't do anything to make it better because I'm, let's say, taking a midterm. I actually have a midterm today while I'm recording this, later tonight, so that's gonna be fun. Wish me luck, although it's the future when you guys see this, so hopefully it went well then. Ask future me if it went well. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so long answer short. Short term, ideally switching up games, doing similar style stuff, but on different games, just because that's easy to do in the moment, because while I'm doing school, I can still try and play other games and get content, but trying to completely do a completely different video style is a little overwhelming for me at the moment while I'm trying to balance school and everything, so yeah. If you could choose one thing that Blizzard would add in Overwatch 2, what would it be? I know everyone's going to think of like big things like crossplay and stuff like that. No, I have just a very small request, just a very, very tiny detail, but please, from the bottom of my heart, Jeff, please, please, please add individual player volume control. It is so fucking irritating when one guy on my team is deep-throating his mic, giving it the full sloppy toppy, and the other guy sounds like a fucking field mouse in the corner, and I either have to choose between getting ear raped by one guy or not being able to hear the other guy because I can't control their volumes individually like on Discord or something. So I either have to just raise all volume or lower all volume, and it's either ear rape or not hear one guy. It's fucking hell. As a content creator, it's 1,000 times worse because I'm not just listening for callouts, I'm trying to make sure my audio quality is the best for a video or stream. Please, Jeff, I promise you, every other content creator will love you for this. Please. What do you think about Pokemon? Any generation? It's one of my favorite video game series. I absolutely love Pokemon. I've been a diehard Pokemon fan since I was a kid. Still am to an extent. I don't play the games anymore and stuff, but I follow along a little bit, and I love it. I am a massive Pokemon fan. I have tons of cards still in my room. I've got binders full and fucking boxes full. But yes, to answer your question, yes, I love Pokemon. Squirtle Gang is where it's at. Fuck Charmander. All my homies hate Charmander. Squirtle Gang is where it's at. What's the worst misunderstanding someone has had about you? I can't think of like one specific misunderstanding between me and one other person or something, but I think a general one that I hear fairly often is a lot of people seem to think I have an ego, which if you only watch some of my videos is fair, and I can understand. I don't blame people for thinking that, but if you watch my streams, if you're in my Discord, or if you actually interact with me at all or watch my videos like regularly enough, I think you'll learn pretty quickly that's very, very far from the case. So just to clear up some misunderstandings now, I don't think I'm a god player. I don't think I'm a top 500 just held back by his teammates, and I would be Grandmaster, but it's just because my teammates suck. I don't think I'm better than every person I argue with. I don't think every time I argue with someone, I'm smarter than them or I know what I'm talking about compared to them. I don't think I'm the encyclopedia of Overwatch. I don't think I'm the Bible of Overwatch. There's times I'm arguing with someone simply because they're a dickhead. They could be arguing and making an 100% correct point, and they could be absolutely right about what's happening. But if the guy's also a complete douchebag about it and is screaming at me and trying to flame me the entire time, I'm going to do it back. I don't care if he's right. At that point, I don't give a shit. I'm going to argue with him, because at the end of the day, I care more about content. There was a time where I cared about climbing in Overwatch and I cared about my rank, and when I was sweating at the game more than I was playing content, I did make it to Masters, just, FYI. For everyone who thinks I'm a genuine hard-stuck plat, no, it's just I really care more about content at this point, and no, I'm not saying that I throw over a game for content, or, oh, if I actually tried, I would be this rank. No, at the same time, you gotta realize my focus is on making content. My focus isn't on going to Overwatch League or becoming a pro. At the end of the day, I don't feel like I have anything to prove. I really don't give a shit. If you're better SR than me and you're better than me, congrats. I don't care. Any regrets? Yes, not spreading out my content sooner. When I had a video blow up and I realized it was the proving people wrong one with Hanzo, and I realized that the toxic Overwatch videos are doing really well for me, I kind of laser focused on that and just drilled that as much as I could and focused all my energy into that, and I kind of built myself into a box where now anytime I do anything not related to that, the YouTube algorithm doesn't like it, and a lot of viewers don't like it, and it's just made it harder for me to branch out as I go on. So I do wish I had done it sooner, and I regret not doing it sooner. I still haven't done it, so I know in the future I'm going to regret not doing it now, but yeah, that'll probably be my regret. What's your favorite anime? Death Note. I fucking love Death Note. I'm not a big anime watcher. I've only seen like less than a dozen anime in all honesty, but Death Note I just fucking love. I think overall it's the one that I just like the most, from characters to story to everything. It's just so good, so good. What's your favorite game besides Overwatch, and would you start making content on it? Besides Overwatch, like of all time, probably like Halo 3. But in terms of current games I play besides Overwatch, I really don't play much besides Overwatch. I play Warzone with my friends sometimes for fun, but as I mentioned before, I am a full-time college student, so most of my free time is spent playing Overwatch to record it and then editing it, thumbnails, etc, etc. So it's not like I also have another game that I go play that I don't do any content for or anything. It's just most of my time is spent on Overwatch. And also there's really nothing else that I want to play at the moment. Like I feel like nothing else to come out that really interests me for a while. But if something came out that I wanted to play and I can make content for it, then yeah, I would definitely be down. Are you related to Carl Jacobs? Yes, we are long lost brothers, and the sooner you acknowledge it, Carl, the sooner we can move on. I was always mom's favorite, and you know it's true. Have you ever interacted with bigger content creators? I guess it kind of depends on your definition of interact. Like 4 years ago, I had FaZe Rain reply to one of my tweets, which was awesome because I was a big FaZe fanboy at the time, so yeah. In terms of like connect on a personal level or something, not really, not that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah. Serious question, would you ever stop playing Overwatch if it full on died? Yeah, I mean, people would argue that it's dead now, but if it like died to where like it wasn't getting any views and no one was playing it and like top 500 was plat, I would, because I play the game more for content and for you guys at this point, you know. I still like the game to an extent, but you know, I would not be playing it nearly as much if I wasn't doing YouTube. So if it fully died in terms of content creation, then yeah, I definitely think I'd move on. How difficult is it to manage the server, especially with a lot like us? It's not that difficult, at least not for me, and at least it doesn't feel like it, but a big part of that is because I have an incredible mod team. Major shout out to Jinx, she's been with me since like day one, since I started adding mods when the server started getting bigger and bigger and I couldn't do it on my own. Been fucking amazing, could not do without her. Moira as well, Moira's recently added to the mod team and she's doing incredible too. Big shout out to both of them, the two of them do an incredible job on their own. So it's a lot easier for me and it really doesn't feel like much work for me, but at the same time, that's because I don't have to do a lot of the work. If I didn't have mods, I'm sure it'd be a lot harder, but yeah. Do you get down bad during stream? Catastrophically. How's the life of a smaller Twitch streamer, especially with how dumb the system can be at times? It can really fucking suck dick, in all honesty. It's a good thing that this question was asked just now. Twitch recently added something that you can't really see directly, but it's in their code, you know, someone found it, where every content creator is given like a brand advertising level, like how friendly they are and like what their rating is. So it's like how many times have you been striked, how many times have you been suspended, how ad friendly are you and stuff like that. And it's basically like people are comparing it to like China's like social credit or whatever, where it's like just a rating telling people like how much they can profit if they were to advertise with you and if you're safe or controversial or if you're, you know, an edgy figure at all, which it just fucking sucks. It does make sense that they want to have some ratings, but there's a level to it. Not every single creator should have to go to like family friendly levels and become Disney Channel. Like that's just not how the platform should be run. And the revenue split is dog shit. The money you get from Twitch is fucking horrible. YouTube is awful. I'd say YouTube is worse than Twitch, just overall, but Twitch also sucks. They take way more than they should, especially when you're smaller like I am. So it's a big oof, but yeah, it could be a lot worse. And I'm thankful I have their platforms to upload on. So yeah. Who/what motivated you to start streaming/doing YouTube? I watched a lot of content creators when I was growing up, and the main ones were Ali A, Team Martin, and Syndicate Project when I was into Call of Duty. Then people like Sky does Minecraft and stuff like that, and Venom when I was into Minecraft. And I just love what they did, the idea of like watching TV that someone's creating in their bedroom, you know, being entertained by someone's show in their bedroom that they just make playing games was awesome to me, and I want to do it. And here we are at 20k, so thank you guys. What other games would you like to stream aside from Overwatch? Any and all, but I have no idea off the top of my head, just because I play a lot of PC at the moment. I've been playing a ton of PC. Issue is I only have one monitor, and I'm not confident that my PC could run a really, really high-end game while streaming. So I don't know, because I don't know what games there are on console that I would want to play, but I'm definitely open to playing any games. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Do you have a life outside of YouTube? Yes and no. Define life. I guess yes and no, it depends. Do I go out and party and drink and come home and edit at, 1 in the morning? No. But would I be doing that if I didn't have a YouTube? No, that's really not who I am. Not knocking anyone who does it, but for me, that's just, I'm extremely introverted. I just much prefer having a really small group of friends that I'm really close with and I really trust, as opposed to having, some big circle or some big group, just because I just don't like it as much. I don't like crowds. I don't like being with tons of people and like hanging out. Like, it's just not me. It's just not who I am. But even if I wasn't doing YouTube, my life would be very similar. For me, a fun Friday night isn't going out partying or whatever. It's chilling at home and watching Netflix with my dogs. If you like partying, power to you. It's just not for me. But I mean, hey, have you hung out with dogs? Like, have you met a dog? They're pretty cool. If you could meet one content creator, who would it be? In terms of personal reasons, I'd go with FaZe Jev. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a big FaZe fanboy, or at least I was. And I've always liked Jev, and I still like Jev, and I think what he does is awesome. The fact that he's the one goofball of FaZe and does his own thing, but he still is one of the most popular out of all of them, is just insane. He can play any game, do whatever he wants, and he still gets a ton of views, and I respect the hell out of him for that. I think that's a really tough thing to do as a content creator, and that's definitely what I want to aim for. And he was one of my favorites growing up, and I watched him a ton, and I still watch him, and yeah, personally, I think it'll be really cool. Do you have role models or someone you look up to? Role models, not quite, but I would say people I look up to. I would say FaZe Jev again, just because I think what he does is kind of what I want to aim for. The fact that he can play any game, do videos reviewing food, or like doing mailbox openings, and still people want to watch him just because he's that entertaining himself. That's kind of what I want to aim for, where people want to watch me for me, not just because of the games I play. Which sounds a little egotistical, but I think every content creator really strives for that. You don't want to be the one guy stuck with one game, and people only watch you for that one game, which you could say is me with Overwatch. You wouldn't really be wrong. But I'd like to get to a point like he is where I can just do whatever I want and people won't watch because it's me. When do you do a face reveal? When I stop being so insecure. What's your favorite food? It's a very gamery answer, but I gotta be honest. The chicken tendies, bro. The chicken tendies hit different. They're just bomb. When do you show us your girlfriend? If you guys really wanted to, if you guys think you're ready, do you think we should? It's 20k. 20k is a pretty big deal. Right, you think you're ready? Okay. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Wait for 25k? Who knows if we'll be together at that point? Oh yeah, come on, come say hi. That was a lot funnier in my head. I'm sorry. But we're keeping it in. We're keeping it in, boys. In all seriousness, I'll show you her when she exists. I don't have one I'm secretly hiding it or anything like that. I just literally don't even have the free time to like be searching for one. And again, for anyone who thinks I have an ego, I'm not saying I would have one if I was searching for one. It's just, I just haven't even thought about it or even put effort into it at all, in all honesty, so yeah. What made you switch from being a Hanzo main to a Mercy main? I'm fucking washed up. Are we gonna see any collabs with other Xbox or PC Overwatch content creators one of these days? Hopefully. I honestly have no idea how to network or interact with people at all because I'm incredibly antisocial and incredibly awkward, so I don't know how to reach out to other content creators in a way that is like, hey, you want to collab, and not like, hey, I'm a weird fanboy or something, because I'm also not known in any Overwatch circles. Like, you know, there's a lot of like smaller creators that, even if they're not big, they're still like kind of gravitating in like the circle of a lot of Overwatch content creators, and I think I'm pretty disconnected from that entire circle. You know, I think most content creators have not heard of me at all, or if they do, they just know the one big video, so I have no idea how to interact with people or how to interact. So I have no idea how to branch out and interact and network or anything like that to make more videos with people and collab, but I'm 100% open to it. I just don't know how to. But so yeah, hopefully in the future we'll see one, but don't hold your breath because I can't promise it. How the heck do you put up with Overwatch even just for YouTube? Lots and lots of drugs. What would you do with a forklift? I would lift the fuck out of some stuff. Have you ever gotten into a fight physically? When I was younger, yeah, nothing like crazy serious, like I got jumped or something, but like when I was, you know, in high school and younger, I definitely got into a couple fights, you know, in hallways over stupid shit with people I didn't like. But yeah, again, nothing serious. No one went to the hospital, me or him or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely have had a small handful. What was your first season and where did you rank in it? My first season I think was season 1. Where did I rank? I have no fucking clue. It was when they were doing the scale from like 1 to 100, I think. I think I placed at like 60 or something, which I think was probably the equivalent of like gold. It was around there, but I don't know and I'm too lazy to check because it's taken me long enough to make this video as is, so I'm sorry, but yeah. Do you plan on switching up your content to not only toxic videos or just playing other games in general? There are a bunch of other games that experience toxic behavior daily, you know. 100% I'm open to it. I definitely have played other games and tried to do toxicity videos on it. For example, I did a Valorant one, which when I posted it, did awful, and I was like, okay, we're not doing that again. And then over time, it's like slowly blown up, and I think it's got like 15k views or something all of a sudden. So I guess maybe Valorant blew up too, and it's helped it. But yeah, I'm definitely open to it. You know, I've done some Call of Duty and Warzone videos of toxic players and stuff like that. I definitely want to do more on other games, and I'm open to doing more games, so if you guys have suggestions, please leave them down below. But yeah, if there's other games that you think are worth making a video on, I'm 100% open to it. I've done Siege, I've done COD, I've done Valorant, but yeah, if you guys have suggestions, please leave them down below. I'm open to hearing all of them. Yeah, thank you. Do you ever think of dropping Overwatch for other competitive games? I guess it depends what you mean, because I don't really play Overwatch in a competitive way anymore. You know, I play competitive, but it's not like I'm trying to make a team or like go pro or something, so I don't think I would do that for another game either, unless there was another game that came out that I happen to be like amazing at, and I also happen to love it, because I need both of those to make content. Not really, mainly because I don't really think the competitive aspect is what I'm focused on. For content it is, but you know, in terms of actually being competitive, not really, but yeah. Do you ever play with fans outside of subscriber specials? I don't want to say no, but probably not, and there's a couple of reasons for it. One, when I was smaller, I tried doing that with a couple of people, and it did not go well. And it wasn't like awful or anything, but you know, some people were mad that like I wasn't as good as they thought. Like I had like at least one guy who was like, what the hell, it seemed like you were gonna carry and now we're not gonna get like some stupid shit like that. And none of my experiences have been awful, but a lot of them just weren't good. You know, I had one where like a kid lagged out like 3 times. Like I tried playing like 3 games and then he lagged out each time. And this wasn't competitive, so it's kind of really tilting. And then after a little bit I was just like, okay bro, like we can try this later or something. Like it's just not working. And he got really pissed off, like, oh, so you're not gonna play with a fan? Like it's just stupid shit. And I don't think anyone's gonna be like that nowadays, or at least a very small majority would. But it's just not something that I'm really interested in. And I know that makes it sound like an asshole. It's just, one, if I do that, I have to play with everyone, because if I play with one person and not another, then everyone's gonna say, wow, why'd you play with them? You're favoring them, blah, 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 and it just becomes a fucking fight. 2, my free time is limited, and I try and spend most of it making videos and doing content. Plus, the more people I play with, the more my chance of getting content goes down. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons. None of them are personal. Don't take it personal. But I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm not saying no, but I wouldn't count on it. Are you ever gonna make a 420 friendly channel? Also, have you ever done any drugs or alcohol? I don't know what you mean by 420 friendly channel, like a weed channel? No, because that's not me. I don't smoke. My friends do, and I don't have an issue with it. I really don't give a shit, but personally, no. Have I done drugs? Recreationally, no. Medically, yes. I'm on quite a few. I've talked about this a little bit on stream because it's come up, but I guess I can talk about it now just because it's semi-related. When I say I have chronic ADD, anxiety, and stuff like that, it's not like me overusing those terms, using it for a meme. I genuinely do. I'm full-on diagnosed. I have horrible, horrible anxiety, ADHD, and depression, so I am medicated for all 3 of those. So, do I take drugs? Yes. Do I take drugs for fun? No. But yeah. Has Overwatch ever put a strain on your mental health? Not really. Maybe early on, like when I was playing it for content and to actually try and climb. I'm sure there were games where like I was close to a rank and like one guy through or something, and it probably really pissed me off and put me in like a bad mood for the entire night or something. Especially recently, I've never had a time where like I get off and I'm like really in a bad mood or like really pissed off. Like, nowadays, 9 out of 10 times when I'm done arguing with someone, I'm laughing and just ready to record and edit it because I had fun. I really don't give a shit anymore. It really doesn't affect me that much, but early on, I'm sure there were times where it definitely stressed me. What's your worst memory of Overwatch? Everything after Brig. Alright, but yeah, that's basically all the questions. If your question wasn't answered, if I missed it and I straight up missed it, I do apologize. If it wasn't answered, there's one of two reasons. One, it was very similar to another question and it was easier for me to lump them together instead of answering them both twice and making this longer and more boring than it needs to be. Or two, it was just too memey or stupid to answer. But yeah, if you guys asked a genuine question that wasn't related at all and I didn't answer it and it wasn't some stupid meme, please let me know. Please leave in the comments, in my Discord, in my Twitter, anything. I will make sure I answer it. And yeah, now onto the room tour and everything else, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Also, sorry for how long it's taking me to get this video done and up. I know I hit 20k a while ago, but I've been stuck editing and recording and trying to get it done. I've recorded this one part like at least 6 times alone, just the Q&A, and then hated it and redid it. Hopefully I actually use this take, because every time I record it, I end up hating everything about it and redoing it. So yeah, make sure you leave a like and a comment if you haven't already. And that's all I got for you boys. Once again, thank you guys so much. I have to say it again, because I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for 20k, 20,000. I'm not always the best at showing my emotions, and I know I may seem ungrateful at times, but seriously, you guys have changed my life for the better more than you can possibly imagine. I cannot express how much this means to me. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait to keep killing it in 2021. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.